Hey guys, my name is Gabe. I am the owner and seller of this beautiful 1984 Volkswagen Vanagon Westfalia. It's a camper van. It's got everything you need to live a life on the road. I'm going to take it on a quick test drive for you. A little bit longer than the first one. We're actually going to go out on the highway. I'm going to take it up to speed just so you can hear it run, see how it works, and all that. I know the first test drive was just right around this block here, but we're gonna go a little bit farther than that. I've had a few people out, and this is the lap that we usually take when I show them the van. So first things first, there's this kill switch here. The key comes out, so you can take it with you. And then you switch it on. This just runs straight to the battery back here, and it simply disconnects the battery from everything else when the car's not in use, so you don't have any problems with the phantom power drain. And it also works as a decent theft deterrent. You know, people can't just start the car unless that loop is closed. So that's on. We're going to start this guy up. Starts right up. Maybe I warmed it up a little bit. No, I just pulled it right out here. But there's no startup problems. We'll buckle up. And then if you take a look here, you see some lights are on, the battery light. That's just once start moving, that turns off. You know, the engine has proper electricity current. The OXS light, that's a sensor that goes off. It's not actually, it's in regards to a sensor, but the light goes off every 60,000 miles, whether the sensor needs replacing or not. So that just happened maybe 100 miles ago, and it just needs to be reset. Like I had stated before, the engine's been rebuilt, so there's no issue with the oxygen sensor. Everything runs fine. And then there's also the temperature gauge here. Everything stays pretty cool. I'll show it to you again after we ride around for a few minutes, and you'll see it all stays pretty fresh and clean. While we're here, a few other knickknacks. You know, the fan works. Hey, got the hula girl. She's nice. There's a compass here. It's not calibrated, but the thermometer works. And then here's our CD player. Click it in. It turns on. I'm not going to bother with that right now. We'll just get driving. So we're just going to take a spin around the block and then up the highway. One exit's worth of distance. Should be able to get it up to, you know, up to cruising speed in that span, and you can see and it runs on the highway like it should. You got this guy here. He's eating a snack while he's riding on his golf cart, taking care of business around the neighborhood today. I thank him for his service. Brakes, no problem. They squeak a little bit sometimes, but if you just kind of go gently, it's more if you brake really hard, they might squeak, but if you stop gently, you won't have any issues. Just kind of, you know, caress the brake with your foot, show it some love. Wow, check out this beautiful husky. Fantastic dog. So just for reference, where we are right now is in Tampa, kind of near the University of South Florida. Go Bulls. Gonna wait for traffic here. We'll beat this car out so you can see it's got the moves. Should also note the clock works. When you take out the kill switch, it stops running. So basically, you know, the time's not really ever correct if you use the kill switch, but it works. Keeps track of time, especially while you're at least on the road. You can kind of keep track of your duration, at least, if you look at what time it is when you leave. So here's where we're gonna get on the highway. I'm in third gear now, just cruising up. Up to speed. Test drive. I'll stop at this light again, you know, maybe we'll cruise for a few minutes here. I can just take you on my errands, right? Shout out to Chuck's Natural Food. It's a great place, a little pricey, but it's closer than all the other natural food shops around town, so it's worth it if you don't feel like traveling. Grabbing this van as your sole vehicle to drive around as a daily driver, you know, I honestly couldn't recommend anything better. There's just nothing like driving a van around town, brightening up people's days. You know, it's like a little slice of nostalgia for many people, and it's a fun car to drive. You know, it's got a lot of utility, plenty of space. If you want to just swing by a park or go to the beach for fun, spontaneously, you know, you can kind of have a few things packed in the van at all times for moments like that, where you just want to go somewhere and relax, kind of have all your stuff with you. The hookup on the outside is just a regular power plug, so you just have a regular extension cord. You can plug it into anything and then run your sockets inside the van. Spent a few days in here working actually in a park, you know, using the park as my office, which was rather pleasant, I must say. And yeah, I was tethered out there on my MacBook, just sitting in the back seat with the tabletop. Had the pop-up up, gave it a little headroom, had some space, and I front zipper of the canvas, and it was with the windows and the breeze, it was just really nice hanging out inside the van in the middle of nature doing work on the internet. It's kind of fun. But yeah, if you want to just drive it to work every day, you can do that. It's a pretty ironclad vehicle. It's not going to be breaking down anytime soon, and luckily with these, if you can find a good mechanic or know someone, it's usually a pretty simple van to maintain, especially now that the engine has been rebuilt and it's got all new innards, you know, pistons, the piston rods, and the block, and all that type of stuff. It's all fresh, rebuilt, and you know, the last 6,000 miles of this van, about half of them were daily driven city miles, and the other half I would say were highway miles, between Florida and New Mexico and Colorado and everywhere in between. So I forgot to show you guys the temperature light after I've been driving now. It's only about 5 minutes since I last cut the camera. We've probably been driving for about, I don't know, 10 to 15 minutes or so. I wanted to show you that temperature gauge after we've been moving for a bit. And you can see there it's still in the cold position, which is a very good sign. It's a beautiful, beautiful sign for a Vanagon owner to have an engine that runs cool, because it's water cooled. But yeah, I also wanted to just show you that the AC blows. So it all turns on. All the innards are there as far as the air pump, the fans, you know. But what's missing is the compressor, which is back in the sits with the engine. You know, the plugs are right there. Everything is waiting. All you have to do is drop in a compressor, get that all set up. I actually was looking on carparts.com, the junkyard directory, and there are a handful of compressors on there that would work with this vehicle, and they're all, you know, around $100, give or take a few. So with that being said, it probably wouldn't be terribly expensive to get the AC running in here again, especially if you're handy and can do it yourself. You know, it's a no-brainer. So yep, we're just cruising around Temple Terrace, Florida, tearing it up on a Wednesday. Shift smooth, you know, the clutch just grabs right on. No grinding gears. If it's cold out in the morning, you know, and you're taking it out for the first time in a day or two, the gears can kind of be a little tricky to find. But once you start cruising, everything is all gravy. And I gotta say, you know, the van, it just runs surprisingly well. I really thought it would lumber around a lot more than it does, but it's got some torque. It accelerates decently, you know, 0 to 60 in probably like 20 seconds or something. But it's not about that. It's about driving a piece of history and having more utility in a smaller space than any other car in existence, any vehicle. So, yep, I'm going to continue with my day. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you like the van. If there's anything else that you want to see, feel free to get in touch with me, and I'll do it for you. Thanks.